Today, we begin learning economics with Zondy, the thinking zombie. Economics is not only about money. It is a tool for thinking about how to use limited time, food, energy, and choices. In the real world, some actions look like losses in the moment, but become the right choice when we look at them over a longer period. In this series, each episode begins with one of Zondy's strange choices. We turn that choice into a quiz, and then use economics to reveal the logic behind it. The theme of episode 1 is how to compare the gain in front of us with the gain we can build for later. From Zondy's slightly unusual behavior, let us see what it means to think rationally. The setting is Necropolis, a city where zombies and humans barely coexist. In this city, stored food, bridges, markets, and trust are all precious. The main character is Zondy. Everyone can tell from his appearance that he is a zombie. But he does not simply follow hunger and walk forward. He thinks about costs and benefits. He thinks about how others feel. He also thinks about what may happen in the future. In Necropolis, a bad decision can cost not only today's food, but also tomorrow's trading partners. That is why Zondy stops for a moment, even when something tempting is right in front of him. Today's question is simple: should he gain now or should he gain later? Before dawn one morning, Zondy stands at a fork in the road. Nearby, there is a warehouse full of stored food. If he goes there, he can surely get 3 stored meals for today. For a hungry zombie, this is extremely attractive. The warehouse is close. The road is familiar. The chance of failure is low. But on the other side, his friends are trying to repair a broken bridge. If that bridge is repaired, they will be able to reach a large market from tomorrow. The market has not only food, but also tools, information, and new trading partners. However, if Zondy helps repair the bridge, he will not get food tonight. Should he look only at today or should he also look at tomorrow and after? This is where Zondy hesitates. Here is the quiz. What did Zondy do? Option A. He went to the warehouse in front of him. This plan gives him today's stored food for sure. Option B. He endured hunger and helped repair the bridge. This plan means giving up today's gain. Option C. He gave up both and went to sleep. This plan saves his energy. Each option has some reason behind it. Option A is easy to understand. Option B looks like a detour. Option C may even look safe. I will not reveal the answer yet. By instinct, which option looks most rational? Take a moment to think about what you would choose. Before giving the answer, let us organize the point. If we only look at what Zondy can get today, going to the warehouse seems correct. He can fill his stomach, and the result is easy to see. Repairing the bridge, on the other hand, does not create food immediately. If we look only at tonight, it is a loss. But economics does not judge only by the visible gain right in front of us. It looks not only at what we gain, but also at what we give up. It also asks what may grow in the future. People tend to feel immediate rewards very strongly. That is exactly why we need to deliberately look at the effects that appear tomorrow and after. In other words, today's fullness and the road that opens tomorrow must be placed inside the same decision. The correct answer is option B. Zondy endured hunger and helped repair the bridge. If we look only at today, this is a strange choice. He could have gone to the warehouse and taken food. Instead, he worked, and he stayed hungry. But once the bridge is repaired, he can go to the large market from tomorrow. If he can reach the market, food is not the only thing that increases. Tools, information, trades with others, and future opportunities also increase. In addition, by helping repair the bridge, Zondy gains trust from his friends. The next time he is in trouble, they may help him. Zondy chose long-term possibilities over short-term fullness. Whether this choice is rational cannot be understood by comparing only today. If Zondy goes to the warehouse, today's gain is clear. It is 3 stored meals. But tomorrow, the bridge is still broken, and he still cannot reach the market. Next week, the same problem remains. If Zondy repairs the bridge, today's gain is small. In fact, he must suffer the cost of hunger. But tomorrow, the road to the market opens. Next week, his trading partners may increase. If more friends use the bridge, the movement of the whole city improves as well. The important point is not to cut out only one day and judge the decision there. Rationality means thinking not only about this moment, but about gains across time. The economic idea that appears here is opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the value of the next best option you give up when you choose something. The cost Zondy pays to repair the bridge is not only repair time and physical energy. The 3 stored meals he could have received from the warehouse are also part of the real cost. For example, even if an event is free, the travel time and the other things you could have done during that time are costs. If we ignore opportunity cost, we can mistake a choice that looks cheap on the surface for a choice that is truly beneficial. Choosing something means, at the same time, giving up something else. When we also look at what we gave up, our decision-making becomes much more accurate. Another key idea is investment. Investment means paying a cost now in order to increase future benefits. Zondy's bridge repair is exactly an investment. Now, he endures hunger and uses time and energy. But once the bridge is repaired, he can reach the market tomorrow. Next week, the number of trading partners increases. Further into the future, he gains even more options. The difficult part of investment is that the cost now is easy to see, while the future benefit is harder to see. Also, the future benefit may not return in the same form. It may return not as food, but as information or trust. That is why a decision based only on the immediate gain can cause us to miss a larger gain in the future. If today's sacrifice increases tomorrow's benefit enough, that sacrifice can be a rational investment. Zondy's way of deciding is easier to understand if we use 3 boxes. The first box is what we gain now. In this story, that means stored food, fullness, and relief. The second box is what we give up. In this story, that means the warehouse option that he could not take, or in economic terms, the opportunity cost. The third box is what grows in the future. In this story, that means the road to the market, trading partners, and trust from friends. When we place these 3 boxes side by side, we are less likely to be pulled only by today's gain or loss. Of course, this does not mean that the future should always be chosen. If the cost today is too large, the investment may fail. That is why we must compare what we gain now, what we give up, and what may grow in the future together. Economics is not a tool for erasing feelings. It is a tool for seeing the whole picture without being carried away by feelings. This story also appears often in the real world. One example is studying. Using playtime to study may look like a loss if we look only at today. But if studying increases future choices, it is an investment. Building bridges and roads is similar. Construction requires money and time, but once infrastructure is finished, people and goods can move more easily, and markets can expand. Job training works in the same way. In the short term, work time may decrease. In the long term, the things workers can do may increase. Companies spend time training new employees because they are looking not only at today's tasks, but also at future productivity. Saving money and taking care of health are similar as well. By holding back a little from today's enjoyment, we can increase future freedom and security. An action that looks like a detour can sometimes increase future freedom. Here is the summary. First, the real cost is not only the money we pay. Second, when we choose one thing, we are also giving up another thing. Third, actions that increase long-term gains can look like losses in the short term. Zondy chose the future market beyond the bridge rather than the stored food in front of him. This does not mean he ignored hunger. He counted today's hunger as a cost, and then judged that the future benefit was still larger. To think economically is to look not only at the gain we can see now, but also at the hidden cost and the future options we may create. The next time you make a choice, try lining up 3 things like Zondy: what you gain now, what you give up, and what may grow in the future. Next time, we will learn economics from another strange choice by Zondy.